Welcome back to the third and final lecture of this week's lecture series. So in this lecture, we are going to look at the binary arithmetic, but specifically covering addition and multiplication only. Next week, we will cover division and subtraction. So by the end of this lecture, you should be able to perform binary arithmetic operations, basically addition and multiplication. So just like we can perform arithmetic operations in the decimal number system, we can also do the same in the binary number system. And in this lecture, we are going to look at how do we do addition and subtraction. So before we do the addition, let's take note of some facts as far as binary addition is concerned. 0 plus 0 is equal to 0. 0 plus 1 is equal to 1, which is the same as 1 plus 0, which is also equal to 1. 1 plus 1 is equal to 0, carry 1. Now, you should note that when we carry this one, we are carrying 1, 2. Okay, it's like a 1, 2. And then 1 plus 1 plus 1, that would be equal to 1 carrying 1. The same again as the previous one. The one that we are carrying is actually a 2. Okay. So let's take a look at an example. Find the sum of the following numbers: 1110010 plus quad 101. Now, how do we do the addition? Remember, just like we did in the binary, in the decimal numbers, we need to align our numbers starting from the right going to the left. So we see that here we have this number, and then here we have this number here. We are adding them. So we add the corresponding numbers. 0 plus 1, that's a 1. 1 plus 1, that's a 1. 1 plus 1, that's a 0, carry 1. All right, so we have carried 1 here. Let's just put the 1 here. Then we have 1 plus 1, that's another 0, carry 1. Right, let's just put the 1 that we carried here. And then 1 plus 1, that's another 0, carry 1. And here, let's have the other one that we carried. Okay, we'll say the one that we carried plus this one, that's 2, plus this one, that's 3. Remember, we said 1 plus 1 plus 1, that's 1, carry 1. So we have 1, carry 1. The one that we are carrying, let's put it here. And then we have 1 plus 1, that will be 0, carry 1. Okay. And then the one that we have carried, let's put it here. 1 plus 1, that's 0, carry 1. And the one that we have carried now, we have no other number to add it to. So it comes here, and our answer becomes this one. So that's how we do the addition of binary numbers. This is the sum of those two numbers in binary. Now, moving on, let's look at how do we multiply binary numbers. Given two binary numbers, the procedure for multiplying is again similar to what we did when we were multiplying decimal numbers. Right. What we do here is we have our two numbers. We want to start by multiplying the first number by this one first. So we are going to put a 0 under this one, a 0 under this one, and a 0 under this one. Now we start multiplying one by one, we get 1. 1 by 0, that's a 0. 1 by 1, that's a 1. 1 by 1, that's a 1. And 1 by 1, that's another 1. Next, we are now going to multiply by 0. So we put zeros under 1 in this one. And that's, here, 0 under 1, and that's 0 under that one. And then we multiply all the numbers that are on top there by 0, and we get zeros throughout. Next, we want to multiply by this number. Okay, so we are going to put a 0 first under this one, and then we multiply our top number by 1. And if you multiply it by 1, it remains as it is. So that will be 10111. And next, and finally, we multiply our number by this last digit. So if you multiply it by this last digit, it's going to give us the same number that we have above there because we are multiplying by 1. So we get this number. Next, we are not supposed to add all these numbers that we got. We add them to get the final answer. So we'll say 0 plus 0 plus 0 plus 1, that's a 1. 0 plus 0 plus 1 plus 0, that's a 1. 0 plus 0 plus 0 plus 1, that's another 1. 1 plus 0 plus 1 plus 1, that's 1, carry 1. And then we have 0 plus 0 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 that we've just carried. That will be 1, carry 1. And then we have 1 plus 0 plus 1 plus the 1 that we carried, that will be another 1, carry 1. And then here we have 1 plus the 1 that we carried, that will be 0, carry 1. And then the 1 plus the 1 that we just carried, that will be 0, carry 1. And then we have the 1 that we carried at the end. So this becomes our final answer for the sum of these two numbers. Now, if we are handling numbers that have binary points, the concept is the same as we did with the decimal numbers. All you just have to do is to align the binary points vertically and make sure that each number has the same number of binary places, and you do the addition. That should be simple. Right. So I'll ask you to do that part B on your own to check if you have understood this concept. And with this, we are done with this topic.